Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is GV Gaming Shorts. We are playing Dragon's Dogma 2, which is a sequel to the Dragon's Dogma from 2012, where we're controlling our customable character throughout the game, which is an open RPG world while we're hunting a dragon that chosen us to become the Arisen amid a geopolitical conflict, where we have to complete various quests and gaining new equipment on the way with the aid of our ally known as pawns. So pawns in Dragon's Dogma 2 are our companions, and each Arisen has their own main pawn. And for me, I selected the Beastman, who I called Lord Fenton. Lord Fenton is a very good friend of mine, known him for a couple of years, so I have him as my companion, and then we are going to check out this Celia. I don't think she is of any use. We're not going to select her. In this gameplay, though, we're going to focus on three main quests as we go along. We will be playing in Dragon's Wake, Seat of the Sovereign, and ending it with the monster culling. So do like and share it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to it.
You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
A rescue mission, is it? Then I dare say time is of the essence.
What are you up? Fancy a gander? I find goods for... I find... goods for sale. Always a pleasure. Well met.
This right now.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Fear not, master. Naught shall befall you while I am here.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
All of them! You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make. Pray, slow your feet. You run.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
It was a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
Well met. Much obliged.
Putting that aside, ought we not add an archer to our ranks?
Indeed. I admire the deft skill with which they hit their mark. Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled, you see?
We've got goblins!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
You must wake! No harm shall come to you!
Whoops. I suppose there is such a thing.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate.
Pitiable risen.
Aye, I reckon you'd be good at this.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds. And I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you, Autopist?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I... Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit reborn ourselves, or simply purchase. some at Rune's apothecary here in Mel.
At last, it all becomes clear.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Never for a moment did I doubt you'd grow stronger someday. Having said that, 'tis quite a relief.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
Oh there, faring all right?
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
This is just what I needed.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
Goblins, master!
Take that!
Of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
Guard all you want. Won't make any difference when I've grappled you, see? This is precisely what we were looking for. That'll teach me.
I'll not stand for this. Always sets me to think, this place.
What am I to do? You really ought to...
A treasure chest.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit rubber ink for me? So this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there, as quickly as we may.
I knew it to be so. Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermont. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne, yet not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many riches. They are not dealt with lightly. Regardless, you do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
I shan't let them harm you. I'll hold the enemy in place.
Not a bad idea.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. This obstacle shan't get the better of us. There must be a way to remove it.
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
We are none
good. Let us make for the capital.
What luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Hang in there, Master! I am coming to assist! I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. The Arisen has been drenched!
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. How fortunate!
A few more victories like that and we'll have them running to the hills!
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. One of our number is unconscious.
Prepare yourself! There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. You are in need of healing.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
is weak to fire! This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Any last
Tremendous work!
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further. Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look. On another note, ought we not add an archer to our ranks?
Indeed. I admire the deft skill with which they hit their marks.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
What's this? We're trapped! Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places!
A Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard! if you use it
You must spare no effort against this foe, lest you suffer bitter defeat.
Understood.
This brute has quite the temper.
Why do you not use their reflexes?
Fall back!
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
This material can be used to enhance equipment, and is a rarity besides.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Look, Master!
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. Well fought of it.
A few more victories like that and we'll have them running for the hills.
I've had enough.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in a tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Crowds can be troublesome. Skills can only be honed over battle.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
tell you.
Whatever's to be done.
Let's take it easy today.
Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Shopping is...
Need anything? Many thanks.
Might as well. Take a look.
My pack's heavy as a sack of rocks. There might even be a few in here. Oh, I've got to stop picking up every little thing.
My time a crowd that size, just a single heavy purse.
Welcome.
I'll have a story to tell before this thing's done.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the...
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
What to make of this?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world. By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
We're here, and none the worse for wear. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages will await us. Be on your guard.
I am well aware.
You have my protection.
"'Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked.
Now the flame before it is too late.
That's quite a large boulder, but methinks 'twill budge if we combine our strength.
Would anyone care to push? Most impressive, Master!
Pause to grow overconfidence. Our foe is not yet routed.
Someone does, no matter. eyes on this!
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Goblins approach!
Wait a moment.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Indeed, you are correct.
Still a way forward.
Our task is complete.
Splendid.
I can't count the number of meats and fish.
Where there's a way in, there's a way out. I knew we'd put that cave behind us.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
Indeed, you are correct.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack.
Tis a hobgoblin.
I will protect you.
The enemy has called for reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might through strength of numbers. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Oh, well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
It is not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind. True enough.
Poison is a nasty affliction.
Arisen, you are full of surprise. I look forward to informing my own
Now that is a surprise.
You are in need of peace. Allow me. Wait a moment.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough. He's possessed of potent venom. Tell him
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
If we mean to continue to our destination, then permit me to alter our route. We've a shorter one available to us.
Another statue. Mayhap.
Here at last.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
This is just the sort of place that begs exploring.
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Very well, if I must.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this run to draw my last? Consarn it!
Prison has been drenched!
I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day. I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall...
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Where are we off to next? We've a few options where to go, but I'd say our best bet is to start with the location nearest us. We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. It's not far from here.
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
You're not one of ours. Have you come to save us? Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
That's that, then.
Splendid. Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
A useful bauble, the ferry stone, which will allow us to travel vast distances in an instant.
It's not an item to be squandered.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now, I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
I will protect you. You've been doused in oil. You must stay clear of fire.
That's nice to be nice to be a potato.
Splendid.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether it will be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
I just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
So we've finally arrived. I thought we'd never make it.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Fancy a gander? Fine wares, all the best tastes from trappers at the inn.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence, and ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
The we have achieved our objective.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor.